What's up, everybody? It's KelseeBrianaJai here with a video trying new bronzers. Oh my gosh, so many bronzers have come out recently, and I want to do a compilation video to give you guys a good comprehensive review over all of the new bronzers that I've picked up. I have a good majority of the bronzers that have come out recently. Some of the bronzers you guys have been asking me about more than others, so I just wanted to include them all in this video. So I do have quite a few bronzers to try out. I have tried out 2 of them previously in other videos, but I wanted to include them in one video so you can have one source to reference in case you don't want to look around on my channel like, where did she talk about this bronzer? Let's just put it in one place, make it simpler. Even though bronzers all serve the same purpose, they're all for different reasons. They all give different looks. They all have different finishes. So I wanted to show you guys what they look like on my complexion. For reference, I am MAC NC42 right this current second. In the summertime, I do transition and get a little bit more tan, and I am NC43. I show you guys what they look like. I give you an overview of the description of the bronzers. Just generally give my opinion on them. So let me know which bronzer is your favorite down below. Let me know if you'll be picking up any of these bronzers that I showed. They're different price points, so there should be something here for everybody. But if you want to know the details of any makeup that I have on right now, it is listed down in the description box, so check there, and I will talk to you guys very soon. Enjoy. The first bronzer that we're going to talk about today is a new Hourglass bronzer. The formula is not new, but the color is. You guys know I love Hourglass's ambient lighting bronzers. This one is Diffuse Bronze Light, and you guys know Hourglass has that really pretty gold packaging. It has a nice little mirror in here. I didn't pick mine out in the store. I typically like to pick my bronzer out so I can pick my veining. Each one is unique. It's going to have different amounts of the bronzer versus the highlighter color mixed within. In each bronzer, it is 0.39 ounces of product or 11 grams of product. There are 4 different colors of this bronzer. This one is described as a cool bronze shade fused with diffuse light to mimic a ray of warm sunlight, and this retails for $50. So of the new colors, this one is one, and then they had one more which was called Nude Bronze Light, and that one just looked like it was just too light for my complexion, so let's see if this one works. Taking my Tom Ford bronzer brush, I'm going to dip right in here, and it's picking up quite nicely on the brush. Trying to make it as even as possible. Beautiful. Very smooth. I like the color. It's a nice cool tone. I think it goes very well with my look right now. Really pretty, shows up really nicely on my skin. It gives a little bit of a healthy glow to it. That's what I like the most about these Hourglass bronzers. I know that this looks kind of scary, like it's not going to bronze your skin, but trust me, these bronzers are amazing. They have the perfect blend of luminosity and bronzer in them to where it gives you like this really nice sun-kissed look. On Sephora's website, Hourglass says that this is an illuminating bronzer with photoluminescent technology featuring bronze pigments that deliver a natural looking sun-kissed glow while flaunting depth and dimension. I 100% agree. Ambient lighting bronzer's sheer airy formula sweeps softly onto skin for a healthy looking radiant finish. It's formulated with photoluminescent technology featuring optically transparent particles that transform the look of skin by manipulating and refracting light to emphasize our best features. Next, moving on to the NARS Sun Wash Diffusing Bronzer. So I did a video comparing this bronzer to the older NARS bronzer, but I wanted to include it in this video because I still get a lot of questions just about the overall formula of the bronzer, and I wanted to show it in comparison to the other new bronzers on the market. This bronzer released not too long ago. It has 4 different colors. I have the color Casino. Casino is described as a color for medium skin tones. You guys know NARS's classic packaging. Very soft, kind of prone to getting dirty, but hey, this powder has 0.28 ounces of product or 8 grams. It does come again with a mirror, and here is the design of the bronzer. It has the really pretty lines going each way. This is like a powder gelée bronzer. This bronzer retails for $40. So I'm going to apply this bronzer on this side using my Tom Ford bronzer brush again. So swirling, I'm picking up a lot of product. So Because it's a powder gelée formula, there's not going to be a lot of like kickback, and when I tap it, there's not going to be a lot of excess products that's falling off. So I'm just going to build this, and that is super intense. I think this bronzer, the more and more you use it, the more and more color payoff you're going to get, because the first top layer is probably going to be a little bit harder in the pan. So this bronzer is definitely more warm toned. And what I mean by warm toned is that it looks a little bit more reddish. The description on Sephora's website says that this is a matte powder bronzer that captures the light and diffuses imperfections for a soft focus, enhanced complexion. This smooth, silky, and weightless powder effortlessly delivers a wash of all-over color for concentrated warmth. A glowing matte finish allows the complexion to show through for the most natural effect. I'm going to clean off my face and try 2 more bronzers. So this one is one of the newest bronzer pickups for me. These just released, and these are by BECCA. These are called the Sunlit Bronzers. Of this formulation of bronzer, there are 5 different colors. I picked the color I Panama Sun. I believe that's how you pronounce it. This one is described as a medium auburn brown. So this has 0.25 ounces of product, or 7.1 grams of product. This packaging is very typical of BECCA's packaging, except it's a different color. It has bronze trimming and then like a goldish bronze center. It does have a mirror, and then it has like this little insert that says BECCA. This is the bronzer. It has like a rippled effect going through the bronzer. This bronzer does have a touch bit of shimmer in it, but I don't mind that personally. So again, dipping straight in there. Oh wow, this one is super pigmented. This one is a traditional powder, so it's going to be a little bit more pigmented off whim dipping your brush in. So be careful applying this one. Okay. This one's really pretty. This one looks like a golden bronzer. So it has like a strong hint of yellow in it. 2 to 3 shades darker than my skin tone. I don't like the way it looks with my makeup right now. My makeup right now is very cool toned, blue, icy. And this is just a little bit too warm. But I do think that this will be beautiful when I wear like golden colors. But I really like the way that it applied very smoothly, and I don't see the glitter particles at all on my face. It's described as a bronzer that's inspired by sun-drenched destinations for a sun-kissed glow. It says there's a shade for every skin tone. This neutral bronzer imparts healthy looking warmth so that skin looks sun-kissed, never orange. Each beach-inspired bronzer features BECCA's iconic Shimmering Skin Perfector formula that's custom made with subtle shimmer, and it blends pigments with liquids to deliver its unparalleled creamy feel. This powder's silky texture lets you customize your glow. Go from subtly sun-kissed to just stepped off the beach bronze. So it also gives a little description about the inspiration for each shade. So it says, mine, the medium auburn brown hue, is inspired by the sun-drenched shores of Panama to give medium to dark skin tones a healthy looking glow. Next we have the Chanel, I'm going to butcher this a little bit, so forgive me, Le Beige Poudre Belle Mine Insoleli Healthy Glow Luminous Color, and I have the color Deep. It comes in a little pouch because y'all know Chanel is fancy. Here's the powder. Oh my gosh, how cute is this container with the beige on the front, and then on the back it's black. You guys know Chanel is classy. It has the 2 C's on the front. Nice clear mirror. Chanel has a cover. It has Chanel here. It comes with a little brush. I'm not going to be using that brush, but if you wanted to, I guess you can bronze up your life with that. It has straight lines across, so it has a textured design, and it smells so heavenly. All Chanel products smell amazing. Like this bronzer has 12 grams of product, or 0.42 ounces of product. It is made in France. This retails for $58. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different colors here. I do have the darkest one. So if you're darker than me, I don't think that you're going to be able to wear this too quick, because there's not a lot of shade variety. I don't see a description for the color, but it's just called Deep. So let's dig right in here. Very pigmented. This one is a traditional powder as well. It does have a slight bit of shimmer in there, but not as much as the BECCA Bronzer. This one is more natural than anything. I'm building it up, but it gives like a really natural bronze to the skin, and it does have like a slight glow to it as well, but it kind of looks like a highlight mixed in with a bronzer, but I just have on the bronzer. It's not very deep on my complexion. It's workable. It gives a little bit of color, but I feel like anybody darker than me, you're not going to be able to see it that well. From Nordstrom's website, it says that this is a powder bronzer and highlighter enriched with illuminating pigments. This buildable soft texture Le Beige formula leaves the complexion with an ultimate sun-kissed radiance. Pearlescent and mineral pigments softly illuminate the complexion, while I don't really know what this is. Kalanchoe extract helps to protect skin against environmental stress. So they're advising you to get a bronzer that's a shade darker than your skin tone, and you sweep the powder all over for a luminous glow. They also say, in addition to this being a bronzer, it also could be a highlight. So to highlight, begin with a shade that's lighter than your skin tone. Apply to the tops of the cheekbones, center of the forehead, bridge of the nose, and above the cupid's bow for touches of luminosity. So depending on your skin tone, you can either use this as a highlighter or a bronzer. In order for you to use this color deep that I have as a highlighter, you would have to be maybe NW50. So it's a beautiful product if you can fit within the shade range allocations that they've made. Let's try on the last two bronzers I have. So I've gotten the most questions about this bronzer than any other bronzer. So this one is the Marc Jacobs Omega Bronze in Coconut Perfect Tan. This one is 104 Tantastic. It comes in this huge white compact. It has a silver button, and then on the actual packaging it says Marc Jacobs in raised script, and it's also written in silver. Very thin, and it's very, very sleek and chic. It comes with the hugest mirror that I've ever seen. Pretty much all of Marc Jacobs face products do. And here is the bronzer. So this bronzer is extremely popular. It smells like coconuts. I don't know if this is gonna work on my complexion. I think it might be a little bit too light, but we'll see. This does have 25 grams of product, or 0.8 ounces of product. I grabbed mine from Sephora. This one has been sold out so many times. It continuously sells out online. I couldn't even get it online. I ended up driving to a Sephora that was like an hour away from my house to get this because you guys wanted to see it so bad. This retails for $49. There's really nowhere to find it online. You can sign up to be notified on different websites for you to get a restock email. I'm gonna go ahead and try it out because I'm curious. It seems like it's a regular powder bronzer. It fits the brush in there so well. So let's see. I mean, it's bronzing, but it's like one shade darker than my complexion. I like the way it smells. I like the way it feels. It blended out really, really nicely. However, I just can't see it that well. Definitely, I think somebody paler would benefit a lot more from this bronzer. And I'm building it up to see if it, you know, give me a little bit more color. Like for anybody who is maybe NC30 and lighter, this bronzer is probably going to be amazing for you. But for me, I can't see it. And it doesn't have any illuminating properties. From Neiman Marcus's website, it says that this bronzer is a universally flattering, I determined that was a lie, seamless matte bronzer in an oversized limited edition glossy white compact. Omega Bronze Coconut Perfect Tan is inspired by Marc Jacobs' love of coconut water. This supersized bronzer instantly and universally beautifies with the touch of a brush. Microfine jet meal powder blends effortlessly for a flawless, radiant matte finish that looks tantalizing on all skin tones. This limited edition product features the same seamless matte formula of the Omega Bronze Perfect Tan in a more neutral universal bronze shade. I mean, I can definitely see where it is on my skin. It's just very natural, and I put too much, so it's like all the way down here. Lastly, I played with this bronzer a few times on my channel, but again, I wanted to include it in this video. So this one is the ultimate bronzer. I got the color Bronze Age. It looks different than the Marc Jacobs bronzer. They both are big and white. This one has more of like a luxe feel because it is trimmed in the gold, and this one is just more of the simplistic vibe. So the Tom Ford bronzer has this huge mirror. It's still trimmed in gold on the inside. It looks really expensive. The formula of this is a powder gelée formula. It has TF embossed on the products, and this one has 0.5 ounces of products or 15 grams of products. This does say that it has a matte finish, but I do disagree. It's like a natural matte finish, almost like a satin, because it does have like a little bit of luminescence on the skin once you apply it, but there's no shimmer particles in it. And this is a beautiful natural bronze look. A powder gelée formula, all of them kind of have that reflective quality to them. So for the description, it says Tom Ford introduces the ultimate bronzer, an innovative bronzer formulated with a combination of liquid and powder technology. It glides flawlessly onto face with a silky, non-drying, buildable, seductive glow. The prismatic hybrid formula is the most luxurious expression of Tom Ford Soleil, an aerated, bouncy texture and stunning shades with finishes from velvet matte to golden shimmer. This oil-free, talc-free bronzer lasts up to 10 hours and is embossed with the Tom Ford logo. So I really like the way this one looks. Again, it's very natural, and you guys can see it against the coconut bronzer, which actually it's kind of worn itself on me. This bronzer does retail for $110, so it's a luxury product, but you're paying for the formula as well as the design, the compact, and the name all in one. But I really do love Tom Ford products. Anybody who watches my channel knows that. So I'm going to fix the rest of my face and I'll be back. I have my makeup totally on, and I just want to come on quick and say I recant my statement. When I step outside of these lights, this bronzer, this Marc Jacobs coconut bronzer, is so pigmented and I can definitely see it. I think on camera it's washing it out, but in real life it's for sure there. So I'm gonna turn off the lights and see if you guys can see it a little bit. It's on there. It's bronze. Sometimes when you do first impressions, you may think a certain thing and then you play with the product again and you're like, oh, it does work. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know which bronzer was your favorite down in the comment section. Let me know which one you're going to be picking up. If you've already picked some up, if you feel like I need to add even more bronzers to my collection. Even though I kind of feel like I'm good on bronzers for summer 17. Like, I feel like I'm good. I have enough. But if you want to know any additional information, feel free to ask me a question in the comment section. I love chatting with you guys. And if you haven't already, give me a thumbs up for this video. Give me a thumbs up because, you know, when you try on a whole lot of products and you take them off your face and you keep on doing that, your face takes a whooping. My face got whooped up on. So give me a thumbs up for that, and also make sure you subscribe before you leave, and I will talk to you guys in my very next video, which I promise you is coming up extremely soon. Smooches. Bye.